So we'll get to the next rule, rule number 5. Okay. Now, before explaining you rule number 5, I'll explain you what I have already explained. Suppose this is a summation point. Suppose there are two signals. One signal is A. It is going to get added with another signal. Suppose this signal is B. It is going to get added with another signal. Suppose this signal is B. Okay. And if both signals are getting added, this will be a plus signal, this will also be a plus signal. So what will come out of here is A plus B. And then suppose there is a transfer function on which the signals are getting applied to this gain, okay, of this control system. So what will come out of this is A plus B, as we did in a single cascade, into G. Okay. Now suppose this is called summing point. This thing is called summing point. Okay. Now what we can see, summing point is before the block. Okay. Now this summing point, whatever is there at this point, this summing point, okay, this summing point we want to move it ahead of the block. This is the rule. First we move the branch. Now we are move summing point ahead of the block. Okay. What will happen? We already know the output. Output should be A plus B into G. So what I'm going to do, suppose this is my G. Okay, this is my A. Okay, this is my A. So what will come out of here is AG, correct? And what is this? AG plus BG. Okay, so what do we need? We need AG plus BG. So this will be A. That means we need to apply B to another G. Okay, same value of G, and this will again become BG. What will be out of here is BG, right? So this is A, this is B. And if we add both the signals after this, because we want to move the summing point before to after, ahead of the, or you can say after the block. So if we want to move this summing point at this point somewhere, so what is going to happen here is, if we can just look at this thing, just give me a second so that I can draw it properly. This is my point. So this signal, this signal will be BG, and this signal we already know is AG. And if we are moving it ahead, that means this will be plus, this will be plus, and this will again give me AG plus BG, which will be equal to A plus B into G. So whenever, see, we can see the output is same again. So whenever we want to move the summing point ahead of the block, okay, not before, from before we are moving it ahead of the block, that means we need to branch the gain. Okay, we need to give the gain to both the signals separately. What is important? Give gains to both the signals separately. Then only you can branch it with the same output that you are getting already earlier. Okay, we need to give G to both signals separately. Simple. This is very important. So what did we do? There was a single G, and we branched this G into two things. Why did we branch it? Because we wanted to move the summation point. We wanted to move the summation point ahead of this block. Earlier, the summation point was somewhat here. Here was a signal, and here there was another signal. What was coming out of this is A plus B into G. And what we changed here is, we changed A coming to A, B is going to G, A is also going to G, and then they are getting summed up to get the same value A plus B into G. For that, we need to branch this gain. That means how many signals, suppose there are three signals A, B, C. Okay, so if we want to move the signals and they are getting summed up before coming, okay, suppose this three signals are there. One signal is A, one signal is B, and another signal is C. Okay, and suppose this is getting plus, this is getting plus, and this is getting minus. Okay, so what we'll get from here is A plus B minus C, and then when they will move to the block, okay, when the signal will move to the block, it will be A plus B minus C into G. So if we want to move this signal, this summing point, ahead of the block, then what we have to do, we have to provide 3 G's. Okay, 1 G will be for A, 1 G will be for B, and 1 G will be for C. And then what will happen is these 3 will get summed up again at one point with same kinds of thing. This will be plus, this will be plus, and this will be minus. So what we are going to get is AG plus BG minus CG. I hope you are getting it. Okay, this is moving the summing point ahead of the block. What will we do if we move the summing point before the block? Again, I will say, suppose this is my G. Okay, this is my signal A. I'm just taking an example. Okay, what will come out of here is AG, and then I am saying there is a summing point. Okay, and suppose there is another signal B. This is getting plus and this is also getting plus. So this will be equal to AG plus B. Okay, now I want to move this summing point before the block. Okay, so rule 6 is move point, summing point. Okay, move, one second. Move summing point before the block. So if we move this summing point before the block, what is going to happen is very important. Now, see, there is a signal A, then I am telling changing the summing point. So if I change the summing point, what is going to happen is, that's very important. If we can see what is going to happen, we are moving the summing point before. Okay, so what I'm saying, this is my B. Okay, this is my signal B, this is my summing point, this is plus, this is plus. So what will happen, earlier the output was AG plus B. Now if you see, this will be A plus B, and this will go to a block G, and this will give me AG plus BG, right? That means we don't want this G. This G is coming out as an extra. So whenever we move the summing point ahead from this, before the block, from ahead we are moving the summing point before the block. So we need to add 1 G as 1 by G. One gain point we need to add as 1 by G. If we add it as 1 by G, then this signal will be A. This signal, this plus signal will be B by G, because this is coming out with again 1 by G. So this will be B by G. Then when it will multiply, this will give, we can see, this will give AG plus B by G into G, which will be equal to AG plus B. Now you can see this value and this value are equal. Okay, so what did we got from here? We got that moving summing point before the block. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to multiply it by 1 by G. What with to whom we need to multiply? Whatever is the signal, we need to multiply it by 1 by G, so we get another signal B by G. That's very important. Okay, whichever signal is getting affected. Okay, need to multiply inverse gain to whichever signal is getting affected. Okay, so here the signal B was getting affected because we wanted the output AG plus B, and it was giving AG plus BG, so we had to multiply it by 1 by G. Okay, and how do we multiply? Wherever is the signal, we will give it a block 1 by G, and then the signal will come to the summation point. Okay, then automatically this will be B by G, and then when it will come to this, okay, automatically when it will get multiplied to another G, it will give me another B. Okay, that's very important. So this is my rule 6. Just about to end. This is very simple. Okay, now one more thing that I would like to say, very simple things we have already done with all the complicated things. So suppose this is a signal A, there is a signal B, and both are getting added. That's okay, summation point can add or subtract. And then after that, okay, we are getting another signal. Suppose this is my signal C, Okay, and this signal is getting subtracted. So this will be A plus B, and then it will come to C, and this will give us A plus B minus C. Okay, if we want to interchange, rule number 7 is interchange the summit point. Interchange the summing point. So how can we interchange the summing point? Suppose what I'm saying, interchange the summing point. Yeah. So suppose this is A. Now, if I want to bring a signal C first, so this will be plus, this will be minus, and then I want to see what is the output. The output will be A minus C. And then I'm saying I'm bringing my summing point for B here, and this is my summing point B. So what is going to be happening here is A minus C, and this will come as B. So what is the output? A minus C plus B. So output does not get affected. You can see output does not get affected by interchange of summing point. I'll write it. Output is unaffected by interchanging positions of interchanging positions of summing point. Okay. Rule number 7 we have done. Suppose if I want to take a rule number 8, what I'm saying, suppose, yep, there are, suppose this is plus, this is plus, this is minus. There are three signals A, there is one more signal, suppose B, and there is one more signal, suppose C. Okay, and I want to split the summing point. Split summing point. Can we do it? Yes, we can do it. Again, similar way. Suppose if I want to split summing point C. So what I can do, I can take two signals here. I can split all the summing points also. A, B will be there, and this will give me plus, this will give me plus. So output will be A plus B. And then I am going to introduce similar to the what we did in the last time. Okay, the similar diagram. What I'm saying, I'm just splitting the summing point. So this will give me A plus B minus C. So it is possible to split the summing point. Okay, last rule, very simple rule. I'll just write it for you. Rule number 9, elimination of feedback rule. We have done it in the previous lecture also. Elimination of feedback loop. Now what I'm saying, if you remember, there is a signal, okay, R, and then there comes a transfer function G, okay, and whatever is the output, we call it as C of S, we call it as R of S, if you remember. And then we have a feedback loop H, and this will go and get summed up here. Okay, so if we can see, if this is negative loop and this is a positive signal, so what is the output? If you remember, C of S upon R of S, output upon input will be equal to G upon G of S. We say G of S upon 1 plus G of S into H of S. For a negative feedback, for a negative feedback system, it will be plus, and for a positive feedback system, it will be minus. I have already told you. So this total block will be converted into G upon 1 plus. If you want to write G of S, you can write G upon 1 plus GS GH, this will be C, this will be R. This is for negative feedback loop. And we are again reducing the blocks. There were two blocks, we have reduced it to a single block. Okay, for a negative feedback loop. And for a positive feedback loop, it will be what? It will be again G upon 1 minus G into H. This will be C, this will be R. If we try to make its main diagram, it will be more like this. This will be R, this will be summation, this will be plus, this will also be plus for positive feedback. This will be going to H, this H will be connected to an output C, okay, and there will be a transfer function G, okay, and this will be it, okay. So this is for positive feedback loop. This diagram is for positive, this will be positive. For positive feedback, what is the transfer function? This 2 will get converted into a single block with a minus, okay. This is more about block diagram reduction. We have seen how many rules as of now? We have seen 9 rules, very simple rules. So I would like you to revise these rules so that we can solve some problems based on this, okay. This is very important because all the things in the control system we are going to use this block diagram algebra reduction, okay. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.